Yes. Yes. Good. I think it's recording. All right. You know when I hear about when I hear these guys on YouTube mention stuff about ADOS is gonna close rank and start doing for self. Um, they don't go into details as to what exactly they're gonna do to not really well, I said they want to separate themselves. I mean that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. How are you gonna go about doing it? You see, there's one thing with black people, and this is the world over. When I say black people, I meant all over the world. All right. This is not just the American black people I'm referring to. They all act the same freaking way. All right. Talk is very cheap, and black people are very emotional people, especially the modern day black folks, because before, like about a generation or two ago, it was not like this. Black people are not like this. They have been programmed to think like this and react the way that you see we react presently. All right. So it's like getting the crowd riled up, right? Getting the crowd riled up. You say stuff, right? You say stuff that make them look. What is this freaking guy doing? Oh my goodness. Anyway, you say a bunch of stuff that is gonna excite the crowd of emotional people. All right. There's no coincidence that some of these guys went from some of them almost doubled their subscribers within the past. I would say within the past 9-10 months, when they start talking about ADOS, right? You'll notice that they double their subscribers when they start talking about that. And the way they do it, like I said, is by saying that, we're gonna do for self. And if you follow some YouTubers, you will know that they will repeat a theme, a punchline that will get them views, right? They would cover stories that get them views and even subscribers. So that's where you would hear some of them in particular would in every week, every video they put out, they would have to throw that red meat, right? The red meat now for some of them is anti-African immigrant rhetorics, right? It's some form of that. All right. No matter what the topic is, they would always veer off and infuse that in there, just to keep those new subscribers, just to keep them there. All right, just to throw meat and like say, well, look, you see, I'm staying on code, sort of, right? I'm staying on theme here. All right. So that's what you're getting. That's what you're getting, but you see, that's all they're doing, right? They say we're gonna do this, we're gonna lowest ranks, and if you notice, again, I mean, I've noticed this a long time ago. They talk about black immigrants who say stuff. It's always those who say stuff about black Americans. That's all. I mean, and most of these people, you never even heard of them before, right? You never heard of any of these people before, but they would go and find, because, like I said, they gotta prove their point, right? They gotta show what they're talking about. So they would go digging somewhere for some foreign black person, it's usually like an African. That's who they started, but now they expanded it to some Caribbean person who said something negative about African American, or not even that, who just say something negative about black people in general in America because they're Republican. Just like this Candace Owen. I have never heard of Candace Owen until this year. I had no idea who she was until some of these black YouTubers start mentioning her name, and they're pretty much making her more popular now because she's been given an audience, right? And like I say, it's not everyone who watched their videos are gonna agree with them wholeheartedly. They probably would agree with these people who they're talking about. So they're actually making these people popular. But it's sort of work out for both of them, right? Because these people are getting views, right? For the ones who agree with them, and these black YouTubers are getting views for, are getting new subscribers because that they're giving out that red meat sort of. All right, but again, they always talk about what these people say. None of them, I've never heard a single one of them. I've ever mentioned that, this Nigerian killed some black American over here because of this, or raped some black American, or exclude them from the store, or beat them up. It's amazing. None of this stuff it don't happen, or if it happens, I mean, nobody hear about it, or it's for some reason that have nothing to do with ethnicity, or if that's what you want to call it, or any anti-black stuff, or else they would have been very happy to point it out, but it don't happen. All they talk about is, someone talk bad about me, which is pretty typical in black society, right? It's always like someone can get killed in black society for saying something about someone else. So you see how easy this shit is, right? But then you have these Asian people beating black folks. Some of them even shooting black people. You have the Arabs shooting black people in their stores when they're suspected to steal something, and nobody is saying nothing about them. There's no there's no anti-Arab movement against them, or anti-Asian movement. There's none of that stuff, right? And these people are physically doing stuff. The Hispanic people are physically removing black folks from certain parts of LA. They're like moving them out, and there's no pushback. There's no swollen Negroes saying anything about them repeatedly in these videos. But they would repeatedly make anti-black immigrant remarks. Repeatedly in like almost every single episode. They have to throw that in there. Like I said, it's to keep those new subscribers, right? Because one thing, I'm going to repeat this over and over. Black people love to hate themselves. This self-hate shit it's like a sickness in black people, among black folks, the world over. Over here is an example of it. And so the thing that pisses me off again is that a lot of these guys know better, but now for sure they're all about money. They don't give a shit about anyone. Some of them live very well. So they don't give a shit about stuff changing for the regular black folks. All right? Because if that happened, no money would be coming their way. I mean, let's just be real about that. Let's just be honest and real about that. All right? You need to keep people a certain way so that they flock to your channel when you have anti-black shit to say. Because this is what it is. This is what it is. And for the life of me, I don't understand why people follow these guys. I don't understand. They are about nothing. Seriously, I thought that some of these guys, initially when I used to listen to them, I thought they were like this new wave of, of some sort of, inspirational speakers. I mean, whatever you want to call it, because there's really no leaders these days in black. Cause they're all like, for example, they're all about money and they're all scared and it's a money thing, right? I thought some of these guys were different, but they're not. A lot of them are the same freaking shit. It's all about money, and now it's easier because you just go on YouTube. It's free. It's free because black people don't build shit. It is free for them to go there, open up a channel, and then just say shit. And then have your super chat, have your donation, have your Patreon, your PayPal shit going, and boom. You haven't spent a penny. You don't have to spend a penny to open any studios, to get any radio rights or TV rights or any of that shit. Right? It is just YouTube and it's easy. It's and free. Until that suspend your channel, then you bitch. You bitch and moan, oh, they're racist and this and that. Because, of course, you need them. You need them. All right? But you don't want it to get your own. That's hard work. And it costs money. Right? So why not get it for free? But, you forget that you are at the mercies of these same racist white people.